Hello, Blue Justin here for another weekly haul. Still Justin, now wondering if he's going to turn blue after his second COVID jab, which he had a couple of hours ago. And this one's going to be quite quick for you. The pile's just over here, but might as well get on with it. Okay, we shall begin with Full Metal Jacket. This is, I believe it's the Zavvi exclusive. I think they had a couple of different type of exclusives on this one. This is the 4K steelbook in a quite thick cardboard slip case. The steelbook itself I know is actually really quite nice, but this looks absolutely gorgeous, and I will be doing an unboxing for it very, very soon. So I'm looking forward to that, and I hope you are too. Brilliant film, brilliantly executed, obviously famously shot actually in London on the Isle of Dogs, not actually anywhere near Vietnam, but Kubrick doing what Kubrick does, producing great films. Oz, the Great and Powerful. This is one I picked up when Amazon did their big prices oops, and I don't know how I managed to get it with a slip, because this slip that looks like this is, as far as I'm aware, that's the regular cover. It's different than the slip, as you can see. As far as I'm aware, this slip picture was only supposed to be on a limited edition that got brought out a few years after the original, but that one has a different barcode. This one has got the original barcode, but it's just got a slip. I'm assuming that there was some sort of edition that was put out at some point. Oh, sorry, you can't probably see the title there. It's nice and reflective. And is it embossed or debossed? It was debossed and silvered. That's really nice. So all the bits of it now, it's nice. So if you actually know where the Amazon got these slips and how come this isn't supposed to be the limited edition slip that it was, because the limited edition slip has got a different barcode on it, then please let me know in the comments down below, because I'd really be interested in finding out, because there's no sources online. Invelos DVD profiler that I use, or Blu-ray.com or anything like that actually seems to know that this exists, or the slip exists on that barcode. This is a good price. They were out of stock when I ordered it, but it seems to have come back in. It's actually interesting. They said it's come back into stock. It'll be with you in a couple of days. And then they said, no, we changed our mind. It'll be with you in 2 or 3 weeks' time. Then they changed their mind again and said, it'll be with you tomorrow. And it was. And it's got Bruce Willis in it. Now, we know that a lot of his later films haven't been quite as amazing, more straight to DVD than his early ones. It's also got Frank Grillo doing his part 2, and I believe his name has come up on quite a few of my DVDs, or the Blu-rays recently. So I'll be interested in seeing what role he plays in this one. Good action here, it looks like here. Hunter and prey. Who's who, we'll find out when I watch it. Wolf Warrior 2. I've been waiting a while for this one. It's supposed to be absolutely brilliant, non-stop action, absolute blast, incredible. Any names in there that I recognise. No, not on the front anyway. Oh, it's got Frank Grillo in it again. There you go. From the team behind John Wick and Captain America Civil War. So that'd be pretty good. It's a limited edition version, but it's probably limited edition in the sense that it's the only edition you can get in this country. It's got it's a 3 Blu-ray exclusive. It's got character art cards with bonus features including trailers behind the scenes, Tank and Furious, Rouging the Stuntman, and Director in Action. I actually want to get Wolf Warrior so I could watch that before I watched Wolf Warrior 2. But unfortunately, the only way you can see Wolf Warrior in an English friendly version is on DVD in the UK. Germany do have Wolf Warrior released, but being as this one and the German one only have Mandarin soundtracks, the problem is this one's got English subtitles, but the German one's only got German subtitles. So since I don't speak Mandarin or read German, I'm a bit buggered, so I'll just have to jump straight in at this one. Right. Damn, it's not working. As you all know, I went up to 4Ks on the Resident Evil releases recently, and as you all know, possibly by my frustration at the time, I did point out, show that I did have a Resident Evil t-shirt, but can I find it? No. And even though I only wore it 2 weeks ago, it's been put somewhere safe. So what I've been doing, because the set that I got was the 4Ks only, and therefore a lot of them missed off a lot of the special features that were only on the Blu-ray special feature section, and because I got the Scandinavian import, it was 4Ks without Blu-rays, but it was a lot cheaper. What I've been doing is, instead of keeping all my steelbooks, I intend to keep my Amaray Resident Evils for the special features and buy up cheaply, as I've been doing with this one, the Amarays for the ones that I haven't got Amaray, and just to keep those to one side for any special features that I might want to watch later on. This has got a rather nice slip. It's a bit bashed around the edges, but I think it was second hand, which is fair go then. Same art on the front cover. These are all considering this, that's why I want to keep it. Several of the special features are important to me. The behind the scenes, the commentary, sneak peek, that sort of thing, creative process, action spectacular, behind the scenes. Anything else? Other exclusives includes Undead Vision, picture-in-picture track, deleted scenes and outtakes, Movie IQ Plus Sync, 5 additional behind-the-scenes featurettes, and that's the sort of things I'll probably be missing on the 4K. That's what I've got here. And again, this one, Resident Evil Retribution. I won't go through all the special features. Needless to say though, it's got some featurettes and got a commentary, deleted and extended scenes. But the obviously main reason for this is that it's got the 3D as well in this set. So I've got a chance to watch it in 3D as well as 4K if I keep that one. And finally, by the definition of its name, the final chapter. Not of course that some series of films don't have a film called The Final anything and then decide to make another one if it makes them more money. I can't read easily what the exclusives are on this one, because they've decided to write it in very small writing on the back, and I haven't got very good eyesight. Bonus disc, yeah, that'll be 30 minutes of extra content, and that'll be the bonus discs as well as the regular Blu-ray stuff that won't be on the 4K. So good value there, easy pickups. And now on to something to follow on from what I've actually been watching the last couple of days. I'm moving along to a new action star. It's Transporter 3. This is the Transporter 3 Steelbook. It's the German one. When it arrived, it had a sticker on for the age rating, but obviously it just peeled off, so that was good. I watched 1 and 2 recently and really enjoyed 1. I thought 2 went too far down the silly route. It was the bad guy was, got to the supervillain stage of beyond James Bondisk proportions, and Statham, and this apparently is how you pronounce his name according to him, so I had to look it up from after last week's little chat to myself. He's starting using a lot more of the Jackie Chan fun kung fu fighting style, the sort of one way everybody, all the bad guy thugs, start to try and thump him, and he lets them grab the sleeves of his t-shirt or long and whatever, and then he lets them half pull it off, and then he sort of wraps one sleeve around the first guy's arm, and then wraps the rest of the shirt around the next guy's arm, and sort of bangs their heads together, and then sort of one by one takes them out, all the rest of the lot out, whilst he's half tied up, and knocks them all into a big dumpster and that sort of thing, because it's quite funny, but I don't think it suited the mood of the first Transporter film, which I preferred. When I originally watched Transporter 2, I was really against it. I let it glide over me a bit more yesterday because I decided that I was much more. I just accepted what was going on and just let them change the tone a little bit, or quite a lot, without giving them huge negatives that I did the first time I saw it. But I remember thinking that this one was actually an improvement on number 2. So I'll be interested to see when I rewatch this one, which might be quite soon, how well I like that, and whether they tone back the over-the-topness, so to speak. And just for information, this is like I said, the German one, but just for information and to point this out to all the people out there who keep on going on about the very poor artwork and the mistreatment you're getting nowadays on steelbooks. This is one of the earlier steelbooks, and yes, it's got some rather nice different finishes on the front, but can you imagine what you'd say today if you actually had that Blu-ray logo? That's not paper snip or anything, that's actually on the steel. And what you'd be saying, instead of getting a nice back print with a cover on it, you actually had all the printing stamped onto the steel there. We're just lucky that we didn't actually get the age sticker lucky we did get it as a sticker rather than actually part of the image on the steelbook itself, which I think they actually did do on some of the UK ones when they first came out. But let's consider ourselves that at least the steelbooks have improved since, at least in design, since that day, shall we? Staying with Statham, because I've decided to bring a few of my ones of his that I like up to date from DVDs. I've got the DVD of this one and I like it. This one's Chaos, Deadly Bank Heist, a couple of detectives, one of them Jason Statham, and Ryan Philippe, Mysterious Case, Not What It Seems. Criminal Masterminds. Wesley Snipes. And if I recall correctly, my review that I wrote of this one at the time says they don't just rely on their infamous fighting skills of the two to make it a good plot and an interesting film. So I'll be interested in rewatching that to see how that fits in with why I'm going to be rewatching a lot of Statham films soon. The Bank Job, another Statham. This one really is, I remember being absolutely blown away. I think it's a very, very good film. Again, not necessarily 100% his usual role, in the sense of I don't think it's so much he's got the super fighting skills like he might do. Well, he might to a certain extent, but I can't remember. But more back to his organising a bank job type, just the name, days. And this one, it's based actually on a true story which hit the papers and then was almost immediately taken out of the papers back in the 60s, something like that. 1971, so early 70s, yeah. And yeah, the police blanked out because all sorts of rumours about what was in the vaults that they broke into and what the outcome was. I think some parts of the film are based on information that has since come to light under the ability to request information that's no longer covered by the Official Secrets Act. Now I dare say some of it will not be released and they'll have to have interpreted it and added a little bit of artistic license. But nonetheless, imagining it's even vaguely true, it's a really, really good watch and very exciting. Back to Mr. Seagal, so on to the Glimmer Man now. This one, again, I had to get in from Spain because there isn't any other release worldwide of this on Blu-ray. This was Keenan Wayans along with Stephen, and it was apparently supposed to be much more of a Last Boy Scoutish type film, which actually starred Bruce Willis along with Mr. Wayans' brother, but they cut out quite a lot of the scenes that would have not made it similar in that way. They did, but some of the bonding type scenes or certain parts of it which made it a bit more of a mess apparently. So I'll look forward to judging it on what I see. But this is the one where Mr. Seagal had a bit of a meltdown on set because he complained that his character, now he's found Buddhism, wouldn't have killed the bad guy or something, and they persuaded him at the time to just shoot the scene and they'd talk about it afterwards. He complained about it afterwards, but they refused to take it out, so he got a bit miffed. And finally, for this week, this was a bit of a bargain. This is an upgrade from my full TV set that I have, and this is Andromeda. Nice big set, all the Blu-rays in there. Now, I had this, like I said, on DVD in almost exactly identical packaging. Well, obviously not Blu-ray bar at the top, but before that, I actually bought this set on DVD to replace the fact I had a lot of them, the series, separately, and even then, I had when they first started releasing them, they released the series in that awful way where they release one case with 4 episodes in it, 2 DVDs, 4 episodes. So you had to collect about, oh goodness knows, 5 or 6 cases just to get one season. And I worked out that this set actually cost me less than 2/3 or half the first season on DVD when I was buying them separately. So, bit of a bargain there. I think it was another one of Amazon's great price drops, which I happened to catch just at the right moment. So, good for me. I know it's a bit, what do you say, outdated in the sense that it is Gene Roddenberry again going back to his original Star Trek days of everybody is nice to one another and there's no hard edge to it, which is you keep on thinking, well, one of the characters has got a bit of an edge, but then they just keep on trying to soften him up because Mr. Roddenberry has this view of the universe of the future of everybody being nice to each other, to everything therefore turns out nicely, and I don't personally think that's very likely. However, it's good fun and it has some nice special effects with Kevin Sorbo of the TV series of Hercules fame at the helm, literally, of the Andromeda starship. And that is it for this week. I was going to be doing, there's supposed to be a couple more in there that would be being unboxed very soon, or have been unboxed by now, because they were supposed to arrive last Monday. But Savvy has been particularly bad recently, and they weren't even sent until Thursday, so they're not going to arrive until next week. So they'll be in next week's haul, and I'll also be trying to do unboxings of both of them pretty much as they arrive, because I'm a bit annoyed that I haven't been able to do them and keep them out for you this week. So keep an eye out for those, please, because I think you'll enjoy them. There's a nice new Steelbook releases. The only downside on the one I'm going to do here, which is why I haven't done it so far, is, as I said, I got mine off eBay and it was quite expensive. The Full Metal Jacket one, mine like a sieve, and that's long sold out, so it is quite expensive. And so I think it's much nicer if I can do unboxings of things as soon as possible, so especially if they are still in stock and or not shot up in price ridiculously on second-hand market scales yet, then that gives you a much better chance of getting them. So I shall be doing those soon, and in the meantime, I hope you have had a great week. I hope you continue to be watching all the good new cinema that's coming out on all the films, and any decent TV that you find. Well, I'm having hard enough with that, to be honest. Keep on enjoying everybody's YouTube videos, and have a great week. Cheers.